Paul Walton with Cherry Creek Mortgage Company. Just wanted to share with you how easy it is to use Mortgage Coach Edge, and one of the tools that I will always use, especially with initial consultations with the client to compare their options pre-GFE, pre-IFW, and how to enhance the information that is lacking on both of them and make it clear, easy, clean, and neat. And then I'm just going to show you how quick and easy it is to use this, and it can even be done with a client while they're on the phone. So we're just going to create a new client here, and we'll call him Bill Blass. Whoops. And he's a prospect because he's on the phone. He's a renter, which is in most cases in this in our market right now, and it was referred by Jane Doe, so we actually capture the realtor's information also. What are his goals? So in this case, to get his first home. This is how fast it is. His current rent, you don't even need to put this in, but we'll just say it's $1,400. You do not need to put in the annual rent increase. And then we're going to quickly go over to what he can afford. So while you're on the phone, what's his current gross income? So we'll say it's $76,000. His credit status is good, so we have that. We haven't even pulled yet. In terms of non-mortgage debt, we'll say he's got a car payment of $500. It's monthly. And then let's quickly find out what his tax bracket is, even though we don't need to do that. And so that would put him at a 25% tax bracket. And so let's populate that in. And then how much would he like to spend? So his ideal mortgage payment, you can populate that in just for future reference. So we'll say $1,800 just for grins. And then also, what's his price range in his mind? So now we're just going to quickly create a report form, and we're just going to call this one, we're going to compare FHA. And then here, is this an FHA or VA product? Click yes. We're going to put in a $260 or $250 purchase, and the down payment of 3.5%, interest rate of 4.250, and we're going to populate in 30-year term, and it's a fixed rate at this point in time. Vital that we actually always populate in what processing and underwriting is, and then we should, if you have the time, definitely show the points, prepaids, non-APR costs, but this can actually follow. So initially this can be the beginning of the conversation. So the upfront MIP, we can show that also. So we'll put in the 1%, make sure that we add it to the loan amount so they can actually see it in reality. And hazard insurance, and here in California it's 0.35, and then our taxes, which is 1.25, and then mortgage insurance also. Oops, 1.15, and we're just going to change this to 7/8 for the cutoff, and then the monthly cutoff at 60 months. And then we're just going to add another product to compare, since we're on the phone with him, and in this case we'll just call it conventional. Oopsie. Conventional, it is not an FHA product, and then we're going to copy it from FHA. That's how quick and easy it is. But here we need to click and show that it's not. We're going to take this up to 5% down, and we're going to take the interest rate up to 4.625, so there's no mortgage insurance. We're back to the same screen. This should be populated in. Third-party contributions is huge in the sense that you can show seller credit and or lender credit here, and it will reduce the closing costs. So in this case we'll say that we've got a lender credit of $1,200, and you'll see that actually populate in. And then here we're just going to wipe out mortgage insurance. Now the beautiful thing is you can actually see LTV and then debt to income. So as you're cruising through, it's very quick and easy to see where we're at, and then kind of go from there. So you can scan, and if you need to adjust the purchase price, you can talk to them and just show them where they're at. So right now we're just going to finish this report quickly because we are on the phone with the client. We're going to definitely drop the property appreciation down to 2%, and we're going to leave the rest of this alone. If we want to, we can show the rent versus tax benefit, total principal paid, total net worth, total interest, and MI paid as comparisons through this. So we quickly can populate in their email address, work phone, capture this. If there's a co-borrower, pop that in, and or the property address, and you can include their mailing address at the same time. So we are just about ready, and we're just about done. We're going to click on total cost, and then we are going to send this report off to the client. So we can click on total net worth at this point in time. I suggest previewing it quickly, and then here's what our finished product. So this is what the client is going to see, the loan amounts versus the interest rates with APR added in, because we always have to populate that in, and then the payments, and then the cash to close. So diving into it in a little bit more detail, we can not only show the principal and interest, property taxes, hazard insurance, and mortgage insurance into the payment versus with the GFE that's not going to show property taxes or hazard insurance. So that is beautiful, that's key. And then we can show homeowners association and or others, so we're showing them the full PITI. And then with closing costs, we can quickly populate in the non-APR points if they're paying points, and to see if it's actually in their best interest. And then the upfront mortgage insurance premium. And then here we have the contributions. So this can be off of Optimal Blue and or seller credit added in there, so you can actually show what the cash to close is. And we are pretty much done at this point. So from here, we can generate a link because we've checked our stuff. We copy this, paste this into an email, and we're pretty much good to go. Send this off to the client, and or if we had just talked to them, we haven't had a chance to do that, we can actually just even add audio or video through your computer. So you can just add audio if you'd like and not even get into the video end of things. And this is pretty much what the client is actually going to see. And then the beautiful part of it is, as we go through this, we can actually go back in and make some changes. So in this case, we're going to go with a conventional and take that up to 10% down, and show them what the difference is, and they're going to see that live on their screen in front of you so that you can actually walk them through the different scenarios. As a pre-GFE, initial pre-IFW, there's nothing better than to show the client their options. And this is simple, we're not getting into too much detail, but at the same time going back through FHA and showing the points, the prepaids and all that, we can show them the entire picture in less than 2 to 3 minutes versus trying to manually calculate it out or have the client actually do that based off of the good faith estimate. So hopefully this helps. Fabulous tool. You can actually, when you get to the presentation end of things, if you wanted to, you have the ability to actually share this as well on Facebook if you wanted to, or show people what their options are in an account, you know, when you're marketing. The other option is to sit there and create, I'm going to go back and create a not only total cost but a rent versus own if they're renting, and most of the clients are going to be doing that. Use a seller buy down, show an amortization schedule, and then absolutely awesome. At the same time, you can do the same thing and create an open house flyer that's co-branded very quickly with your realtor partners at the same time, so that they have something that's graphic and clean, neat, and easy to see, that they can show clients versus some gobbledygook with not showing the full payment, and it still will graphically show what the cash to close is and all that. So hopefully this helps. Fabulous tool, one tool I would never let go of. There's nothing better to sit there and cut through all the nonsense and allow people, allow the clients to actually see what their options are and make an informed decision versus trying to do it on their own or compare good faith estimates against each other. So at any rate, have a fabulous day. The other thing to keep in mind is the community with Mortgage Coach and the coaching calls and the sharing end of things, which is absolutely fabulous. So my advice would be to quickly type in Mortgage Coach on Facebook. Go ahead and take a peek at that and add in the training that's there and any questions, and you'll get help if needed. And if you have any questions, give me a quick call, shoot me an email, and hopefully you see the beauty and the ease of this to get it off and actually walk clients through in cash rooms from the first point of contact.